Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Super Bowl in Canton, Michigan, as the 2017 PWBA Greater Detroit Open continues with cashers round play, this morning live on Extra Frame. On behalf of the entire PWBA staff, Tennille Milligan, Kathy Watka, Kathy Kavicki, and Jason Thomas. My name is Emil Williams Jr. 6 more games this morning to determine who will advance to match play. The top 12, of course, will move on to this afternoon's match play rounds at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Behind lanes 33 and 34, along with 35 and 36. A little different today when we have some available space, as Miss Johnson gave the Greek Church a run there. Well, we can afford to not have to set up for essentially the group step ladders immediately, which is very rare because we have the space. Today would be as simple as moving a camera to another table and grabbing a longer HDMI prior to match play, for example. So we got 4 lanes for the cashers round, which we normally would have either way, right? Except for you can see them all simultaneously at this point. Pleasure to have you with us. Hope everyone is enjoying their Saturday morning. If you are indeed up and watching, I know some of you are certainly. A little earlier start for some than normal. And that some is me. Of course, I'm used to being on Central Time. And so it is 7:30 Central right now, instead of 8:30 Central. Yesterday was a good day for a lot of people. And the sense of being able to throw a few strikes. More this week, and evidenced by some of the scores you see or have seen at this point, if you've been watching on Extra Frame or keeping track on PWBA.com. Your leader was Diana Zavialova after 2 rounds of qualifying. At plus 300, Linda Barnes grabbed the final cashers round spot at plus 52. Had a couple high games yesterday. Of course, a 300, just the second of the PWBA Tour season. That came from Daria Payuk. Final game yesterday of qualifying, game 12. She was just a few spots inside the number at the time. Of course, 300 will certainly solidify your spot. 300 that in the final game. A 298 from Deandra Asbeatty. A 297 from Natasha Roslin. Of course, all three in the casters round this morning. Liz Johnson trying to make it 6 consecutive qualifying opportunities for TV finals, which would tie the record. If she were to then make TV in next week of the Players' Championship, that would then break the record. Record is 6. Held by, or one of those people, held by 4 people. One of them is bowling on 35 and 36. In fact, she just stepped up, and that is Carolyn Doran Ballard. This week, 39 feet. Sydney Brummett. Sid the Kid doing work early. Shot there from Carolyn Doran Ballard. And if you haven't, be sure to check pwba.com/live. You can also head on right to the homepage as well at pwba.com. Click on results. Made it a little easier for you to find what you need. Again, plus 300 was the number yesterday. Deandra Asbeatty. She shot 298, 1331 in the afternoon, or excuse me, in the evening block at plus 260 is where she was coming into today overall. CT Rockman from Malaysia plus 238 in third. Jen Higgins was fourth at plus 230. Sandra Gongora was fifth at plus 217. A couple of new names in the casters round this week. Nicole Trudell bowling her first event, and she makes the casters round. I'm very not surprised by that. I mean, one of the top young players, and whenever she is able or decides to, just bowl often or more when she can, you'll always see her in this position more times than not because she is pretty darn good. Julie Ochepik tied for 16th from Saginaw, Michigan. Julie in the field this week and bowling well. There you see Natasha Roslin with the big 4. Daria Payuk. Juliana Franco continues to bowl well. That is, what, 4 in a row for Juliana in regards to just bowling well. She bowled well at the Queens, made match play then made the show in Wichita last week, I believe. I believe she made at least the cashier's round in Lincoln. I knew it. She made match play last week in Lincoln as well, ultimately finishing just outside of a group step ladder position. So it's been a couple good weeks here for Juliana Franco from Colombia. 10 pin left there for Sydney Brummett. Meanwhile, Kelly Kulik has gone 9 spare, 9 spare. And now 6 in a row. Carolyn Dorn Ballard gave the 4-7-10 a shot. First open for CDB, Brittany Himmelreich in the cashier's round. First time this season. This week's lane condition certainly was conducive to a few more strikes on the board. A few more boards that you could cover if you'd like to go left to right, although looks like a lot of the players today, they look a little bit more, or I should say further right than yesterday to start, but always some differences you'll see in the cashier's round because we cut it down to 32 yesterday. 107 bowlers laced them up yesterday. Here in Canton, Michigan at Super Bowl. So lanes may look a little different, may transition a little different today, of course, as well. All fresh oil. Good shot there from Brummett. Sid, the young stud from Wichita State, into her senior season. Bowling a few stops when she can on tour, just a couple. Bowled the Queens, bowled Wichita, and we'll bowl here. Kelly takes care of the 2-8, stops the string. Getting a little quiet as we get things started. Blaze Johnson struggling a little bit. She started round 2 yesterday on this pair and struggled a little bit. Also, round 1, not sure where she started. On the fresh, she shot 278. On the fresh round 2, 150. And pretty similar to what is going on right now. Here's we'll begin essentially round 3 of qualifying. all the bowlers really trying to get to match play, of course. So the top 12 is always the main goal. Last year, a little format change where the cashers round, there were more opportunities for bowlers to cash. Well, instead of qualifying and right into match play, now the cashers round, of course, began last year. Kelly with a dope jersey. It's one of the coolest I've seen. A little Scrabble. See how good she is. So I have to test her skills. Nice shot there from Kulik. She will be in the 250s. Nice game to start. Carolyn Dorn-Ballard, 217. .257 for Kelly Kulik. Brummett shoots .236. .176 for Natasha Roslin. All right, Liz Johnson takes care of the 2-5.
I'm going to be in my section.
All right, 150 for Blaze Johnson to start. All right, game 2 on the way. Shannon Pluhowski, Daria Payuk, and Juliana Franco. On 35 and 36, Shannon, no hesitation. When it's her turn, she is ready to go and starts with a strike. USBC Hall of Famer, 10-time PWBA Tour titleist Cheryl Daniels is in the field. And now into the cashier's round as well. Good to see Cheryl back out. We'll get a chance to watch her here on our featured pair. Tough to leave early, but they got it done. Daria Payuk just was her award application. Of course, you shoot 300 on the PWBA Tour, you will receive a special PWBA ring. All right, folks, who's with me this morning? 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 7 p.m. or excuse me, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. It's 7 p.m. somewhere, I'm sure. 6 a.m. Pacific. And a rare open frame for Shannon Pluhowski. Mentioned some new faces. But we're starting to see some repeat offenders, right? And that's what you expect to see on the PWBA Tour. There will be players you will always see every week. And it will be a rarity when you don't see them, like, Rocio, for example, in Wichita. She missed the cut. There are a few faces that we do not see this morning, and some very familiar names. Rare to not see Danielle McEwen, who gave it a run last night, ultimately missed it by 42 pins. At plus 97 in round number 2. McEwen not in the mix, along with Shannon O'Keefe. Liz Culkin, Clara Guerrero, as well as Missy Parkin, to name a few. Someone who was near the top of the standings through rounds 1 and 2 was Josie Barnes. All right, good spare from Payu. To our left, Rocio Restrepo, Sandra Gongora, and Angie Ramirez Perea. 3 players who know each other pretty well, so it should be a pretty good cross for them throughout the day. Lefties in the field in the cashier's round. Of course, you see Shannon Pluhowski here, Angie Ramirez Perea. Looks like just 2. In the cashier's round, we'll see who will advance to match play. Payuk in the 4th frame. Oh, it's through the nose. The old 6-9. How about Ernest Barnes? That's a good shot. It says Ernest Barnes on our scoreboard. Jose, of course, from a bowling perspective, so fans can get used to saying a different name. Like to have Ernest Barnes on her Champions banner. But of course, she is indeed Josie Barnes. Shout out to my guy Kyle. Cheryl Daniels, not only a Hall of Famer, I would say in this area she would be considered a legend for many reasons. One, obviously her bowling abilities and talent. 2, her versatility, not just on the lanes, but of course, if you're familiar with Cheryl, and for those of you who may not be, a heck of a singer as well. Had a CD out, sang professionally again. It's a backup vocalist with Martha Reeves. Of course, you may be familiar with Martha Reeves from Martha and the Vandellas. I mean, that's a pretty stout resume right there. USBC Hall of Famer, Michigan Hall of Fame, Michigan's Women's Bowling, the Detroit Women's Bowling Association. Good shot there from Cheryl. And also, of course, for Cheryl, the impact socially. Players like herself, Kim Kearney, Bette Smith, for example, PWBA champions. And socially, from that regard, being African American and having that being a great example. Ramirez Perea with the front five over on lane 32. Good morning, William. William Watkins got a chance to meet him yesterday. That's also one of the cooler parts about what I get to do for a few months during the PWBA Tour season is meet the folks who listen to or watch us, meet some of the viewers. Already met a couple at various stops. Met William yesterday. He even asked for my autograph, which was kind of cool. I appreciate that, William. Well, we talked yesterday about Verity Crawley. I want to thank Nick Pate. Nick was on with us for the last 4 games of round 2 last night. We talked about Verity Crawley's physical game and how we don't recall ever seeing her fall off a shot. And because of that, for me, I feel I can just read her ball motion, and I'm sure she can obviously read it better as well, but you get to see like every phase of her ball roll. All right, SP, a couple opens here to start. And now dealing with the 1-3-6-10. Paiute sends some pins. The 8 barely fell. For Andrea Ramirez, she's got the front 6 and having the best week of her tour season so far. See if we've got a decent view. We do. Let's take you there real quick. Front 7 attempt. I think kicks the 7 out. Nice job there. We'll keep you posted on that. Heck of a shot from Cheryl Daniels. Ramirez up again, front 8. Or front 7, excuse me. Looking for 8 in a row. Has it. Sure to check your scores. If you haven't already, pwba.com/live. Out in front now, CT Rockman. Out the gates, 265. Zavialova shot 158 to start. So she drops to plus 258 in fourth. Rockman now leading the way, again, plus 303. Deandra Asbetti holding strong in second at plus 280. Verity Crawley in third at plus 270. Mentioned Zavialova in fourth at plus 258. Jen Higgins is plus 242. Payuk is 12th at plus 189. Again, top 12 move on to match play. That is after the first game here this morning. Shot from Josie. I'll take you to Anji here. Looking for 9 in a row. Oh, how about that? Almost an 8-10. Very high flush. Front 9 for Angie Ramirez parade. Zavialova for 300 this game as well. I believe she has the front 11. And I see a 7 pin down there. I'm not sure if it's a 7-10. Ramirez for 11 in a row. There you see Jason Thomas in the corner. All right, for the second 300 of the event. Almost the second of the day. Angie Ramirez Perea from Colombia. 300 attempt here on extra frame. And 298. Nice game from Angie. Just talked about having the best week of her season so far, and it has continued. So another 298 in the books for our competitors here this week. 298. Restrepo shoots 216. Good shot there. And the 10th for Sandra Gongora. There's Verity Crawley now. She can get to 258. Aria Payuk shoots 191. Kluhowski 169. Cheryl Daniels 10 back, 205 for Cheryl. All right, 10th fan for Crawley. And the old 9-10 there for Josie. .247 for Crawley. Nice spare. Her Rob G in the background. Throw the new ball. Rob G is Rob Gottschall. All right, 191 for Josie Barnes, and game 2 is complete. Game 3 will begin momentarily. Hang tight, folks. Already some excitement here at the captures round, so I don't think you want to miss any action today. You can watch it live right here, Bowl TV on Extra Frame. Back in a moment. All right, folks, that's some fireworks here early. The week where this is the week where 190 will get it done for you. Standings after 2 games. Zavialova did shoot 298. That was a pocket 710. If you just joined us, this is Game 3, Cashers Round Play, Greater Detroit Open 2017 edition. Emil Williams Jr. here with you. Just had 298 games, both in Game 2. One from Diana Zavialova and Angie Ramirez Perea. Zavialova back on top. He's atop the leaderboard. CT Rockman just held the lead after 13 games. 298 will help get you back in the lead. Angie Ramirez Perea moves to second. Zavialova at plus 356. Ramirez at plus 339. She is tied with CT Rockman at plus 339. And we get to watch CT bowl here as well. Deandra Asbeatty in fourth at plus 326. Verity Crawley in fifth at plus 317. Jen Higgins is in sixth at plus 243. Cassandra Luthold in seventh at plus 242. Josie Ernest Barnes in eighth at plus 228. Juliana Franco in ninth at plus 225. Julie Ochepik is 10th at plus 213. Leanne Holsenberg in 11th at plus 201. Kelly Kulick is 12th at plus 194. Just outside match play right now is Karen Marcano, Erin McCarthy, Daria Payuk, Sandra Gongora, Natasha Roslin. Extending our cameras, we've got a little bit of 31 and 32. Linda Barnes. Good to see Linda. It's an extended play this week. Gongora. Big double there. Sandra trying to make a run for her first match play appearance this week, or excuse me, this season. Or her second, excuse me. Gonna make her second match play appearance. It's gashed in every event thus far. Trying to get back to TV. Maybe PWBA Las Vegas Open, the opening event of the season last year. All right, Ramirez after 298 moves over to 35 and 36. Slow start, but still clean. Meanwhile, Restrepo trying to give it a run. Gongora for 3 in a row. And a 3-pin. It's through the nose and almost a 3-10. 9 spare in the 7th for Restrepo. Let's see, Rocio is currently in 30th at plus 57. Long way to go. Try to make up some pins here. Gongora. All right, gets a break. CT Rockman, 2-8-10. Shot there from Rowe. She's throwing some good ones here this game. Oh, Jen Higgins. You know, Jen's just kind of like a quiet, silent killer. Just boom, on the lanes. Doesn't make much noise. Although when she needs a few shots, I have seen her in some clutch situations come through and show some emotion. She just does her thing, man. Sitting in 6 right now, plus 243. Could be her week here. Runner-up, essentially Rookie of the Year last season. Made a show. Has made 2 Queen shows in the past. Excuse me. Queens and USBC Queens. Definitely has what it takes. Of course, there's some old video of Jen back in the day in the early 2000s in the pro collegiate event on the PWBA tour, which would be a cool event to bring back at some point. Kayla Bandy in some extended play this week. Been a good last couple days or I should say last couple weeks for Maryland Eastern Shore, or current and or former players. Of course, Kayla, the head coach there. Tashina Sorouse earned a TV spot last week, number 2 seed in Lincoln. Saw Jackie Rhoda competing this week. Getting some time and experience out here on the PWBA Tour. Jackie was a semi-finalist, Intercollegiate Singles Championships this year. Of course, Kayla getting some extended play this week. Good shot from Ramirez. I thought it would be a good week for Angie. Watched one shot of hers literally during practice. She struck, but it was the way that it looked. Shot was great. She looked confident. I'm not saying by any means I had anything to do with that. I'm just simply saying from what I saw, I thought she would have a good week. Sometimes I'm wrong about certain things when I say like things like that about what I see. You see good shots from, again, practice. You can only take in so much. You can only gather so much information. Hey, I'm not bowling, so I'm only watching it to get an idea of what I might see and what I can express to the viewers to give the information. What a shot that was from Gongora. But when you watch the players every week, you understand the work that they put in. And then, of course, you also see their disappointment or excitement when things go in one direction or another, whichever direction that is. And so for Ramirez, when I saw that, I said, okay, she looks pretty confident. That was a really good shot. The last few weeks, you started to see some shots of hers that, I started to say, well, that was definitely the best shot I've seen her throw all season, and continued to say that yesterday or at the end of practice. There's a long way to go. She made TV last year in Sacramento. She can certainly do that again. Rocio can get to 239. First strike in the 10th was a good one. Ramirez, first shot in the 10th, would like a double, and it is high, 6-pin. That would have gotten her into the 2-0s. Instead, she's looking at max now at 193. CT Rockman for 3 in a row, and the 10-pin will not fall. Let's take a look at Deandra Asbade. Having a good week. Saw that one read a little early. Mentioned yesterday she had the crew with her. Matt in Jersey. Only person missing, of course, is husband John. And I'm sure he's holding down the fort in Chicago, taking care of business at the restaurant. I see Christina Zabinski. Missed match play, or excuse me, missed the cashier's round today. Bowled very well last week in Lincoln, and just missed out on a TP spot. Well, I'd like to say before I forget, happy Father's Day to all of the great fathers in the world, those who may be listening. Big 4 on the end for Ramirez. So she'll give a few pins back, but not many. A shot there from Higgins. One more and Jen can get into 230s. Gongora through the face. Golden opportunity there for Sandra to potentially get into at least the 240s. Gore trying to get back into the top 12 here. Shot 173, 184. Well, losing pins as we maneuver this top 12 here. All right, good spare. Certainly will like 230 or better. Jen Higgins will have 230 or better after that strike. Wow. Boy, I'd love to take a poll on who our fans think throws the best strike ball. Gore would certainly be in contention. 231 for Sandra. Good place for it for Jen Higgins. Nice clean 235. 193 for Kayla Bandy. CT Rockman can get to 194. Oh, nice love on the 7. Big double for CT. From Malaysia, she is in prime position to make her second TV appearance. She would join her Team Malaysia teammate Lee Jane Sin in that regard. They make 2 TV shows here in their brief tenure on the PBA, or excuse me, the PWBA Tour. Only bowling 4 events. Last year they bowled 5. 2 majors, Queens and the Players on the back ends. 192 for CT. This year they began with the Wichita Open. Actually started in Southern California. Went down to practice a little bit before making their way to Wichita. Of course, Lincoln, Detroit, and then their trip will conclude in Green Bay. All right, we're on to game number 4. Game 4, we'll have Linda Barnes, Diana Zavialova, and Deandra Azbati. That was 1, 2, and 32 coming into this morning's Cashers round. 35 and 36 will feature, there you just saw, Jen Higgins, Caleb Bandy, and CT Rockman. Over on 31 and 32, Summer Jasmine and Tanya Rao-Mimper. All right, hope everyone is doing well as you continue to awake on your Saturday morning. Please be safe, enjoy, have fun, go see a movie. Take the kids to the park, or you go to the park. Got some sunshine. Supposed to be a hot and humid one here in Canton, Michigan, to the Detroit area. Oh, of course, it is warm generally across the country at this point as we get into the summer officially. I believe it's Tuesday, June 20th. Tuesday, I will be 1 year older, and I'm very thankful to, although I'm not there yet, so you don't count the chickens before they hatch. But I'm not a big celebratory guy. I tend to not even let people know, but of course I'm in a public forum now, so, and a lot of folks now kind of say hello via social media. So someone's going to find out it is indeed my birthday on Tuesday, so I'll be traveling actually to Green Bay on that day. And as a lifelong Chicagoan, nothing against where we're going, but of course, if you're a lifelong Chicagoan, you are trained early to not like Green Bay, specifically Packers. We're just talking about football at this point. Although there is a chance that I might break the code a little bit because I thoroughly enjoy sports, and last year thought about taking a tour of Lambeau Field, didn't get a chance to. And I don't see why not at this point. What a shot that was from Asbay. DeAndre from Dyer, Indiana originally. That is northwest Indiana. Not too far, of course, really from Chicago. She is a White Sox fan. We share that. Speaking of sports, went to a rival stadium this week on Wednesday night. Had a chance to do so. Caught a Tigers game at Comerica Park. Pretty nice park they got here in Detroit. Very aesthetically pleasing. I feel like they have the right mascot. Tigers. They've got, all kinds of cool tigers outside the stadium. For those of you who have seen it, know what I'm talking about. Near the entrances and inside, of course, on the scoreboard. Those of you who have not seen it, feel free to follow me on Snapchat. Actually need to upload that story. Also need to add some things over to Instagram as well. Linda Barnes, high on the 6'10". Got some plans for more sports activities in the summer and some musical activities if I can cross it off the list. During Junior Gold, another good shot. Although DeAndre looked like she didn't like it too much. But Delane did. It did what it had to do. She's got 3 in a row. I think for D, able to really play, if it's not her A game, something very close to it. Able to go left to right a little bit, play inside, to see the ball go right. But for Junior Gold, of course, in great city of Cleveland, Ohio this year, although Cavaliers fans may be not in the best mood, but hopefully by July everything will be good. Nice shot there from Zavialova. Looking for an Indians game if I can, and maybe check out the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Of course, if you are hearing the sound of my voice, please share that you are watching live on Bowl TV on Extra Frame. PWBA events are live streamed on Extra Frame, our partnership with the PBA. Big thanks to Tom Clark, all of our media counterparts and good folks and good friends, Jeff Goodger, Dave Schroeder, and everyone involved. Thank you very much for all of your assistance. Higgins, yes sir. 3 in a row for Jen. talked about the 298 games. Be sure to check those out. Some highlights of that via Jason Thomas at PWBA.com, Facebook. All right, Zavialova, 5 in a row. CT liked it. Today's match play in group stepladder. Just looking ahead a little bit with the opportunity to throw a few strikes out there. We could be in for some treats in regards to certain matches. See how everything shapes up, of course. Long way to go. As Beatty, 4-pin. All right, Jen Higgins gets the 10 to go. Anybody interested in a score update? If you are, raise your hand. I know some of you raised your hand and probably laughed and smiled at the same time. Our 15-game update brought to you by Pepsi. Last week's title sponsor of the Lincoln Open. Zavialova, plus 378. She's got company. Still leading, but Verity Crawley now back into the top 3. 758 for the first 3 for Verity Crawley. She gets that plus 367. CT Rockman is third at plus 332. Angie Ramirez Perea is fourth at plus 328. Oh! How about that? Roll the 2-pin. Front 7 for Zavialova. Deandra Asbeatty is 5th at plus 320. Jen Higgins is 6th at plus 278. Daria Payu 7th at plus 259. Juliana Franco 8th at plus 240. 9th, Cassandra Lutho plus 235. Karen Marcano, Josie Ernest Barnes tied for 10th at plus 227. Kelly Kulik is 12th at plus 219. Sandra Gongora just a few pins shy, 14 to be exact, 13th at plus 205. Julie Ochepik, 14th at plus 196. Leanne Holstenberg, 15th at plus 190. Erin McCarthy is in 16th at plus 162. Tanya Rao Mimper in 17th at plus 159. Tasha Roslin is in 18th at plus 133. Sydney Brummett is 19th at plus 132. Liz Johnson is 20th at plus 124. So for Liz to make match play and continue the opportunity to keep her streak alive of TV finals appearances qualified for, so need to do a little work here these final few games. All right, Zavialova looking for 8 in a row. And Bowl TV on extra frame. She did it. Dun, bum. You guys remember the Bozo the Clown show? That was on WGN, so most people probably saw it at some point. It was a big Chicago thing, of course. But I forgot the name of the game. It was the game at the end, and there's 6 buckets, and you throw the ping pongs in each one, and so forth and so on. And every time that you get one in, depending on he or she, say bucket 1, bucket 2. She did it. Then there'd be this music. Dun, dun. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I encourage you to look it up. It's funny. Wow. Terrible break there for Rockman. All right, front 9 attempt here for Zavialova. Latvia. Riga, the city to be exact. Now living in Austin, Texas. Yep. So DZ3 have the opportunity for another perfect game. Shot 298 2 games ago. Nice game from Asbeidi. Another one in the 250s. 184 for Caleb Bandy. Jen Higgins. Open in the 10th. 210. Just can't get anything going in the strike department. 258 for Asbeidi. Again, two players who enjoy and so they can get their balls to go from left to right with relative ease. Bowling pretty well today. They obviously bowled well yesterday. We're 1-2 coming in. And they get to kind of follow each other, see what each other is doing too. Linda Barnes. That's a good shot. All right, 176 for Linda. All right, Zavialova. Her second attempt at 300. Should enter your screen here momentarily. On the left, lane 33. First shot, 10th frame. Pretty good. Just gonna golf clapping folks at this point. She's getting old. She's in this position too much. Eleventh shot, DZ. That wasn't even close to being bad. That was so good. All right, Zavialova. For 300. And there it is. Congratulations to Diana Zavialova, the second 300 of the tournament. And the first by her very good friend Daria Payu. So I'm sure that's something they'll be able to share. All right, Diana Z has been in this position before. Putting up the score here in the captures round. And trying to leave little to no doubt. A long way to go. She's already made 2 TV shows, has won the USBC Queens. She certainly was a couple folks picked to win Player of the Year, and she certainly can do that. Boy, it's been fun this morning. We're only going to game 5. How about that? A momentary break in the action. We'll step aside. And we'll be back in a moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the 2017 PWBA Greater Detroit Open. You're watching it live. This is Bowl TV on Extra Frame.
Purple. However, a lot of people's favorite color is purple, so a lot of times I pick neon orange. That's kind of like different. I kind of listen to everything, so if you look at my phone, I have like starting to country to like heavy stuff. But the most recent favorite music, I've been listening to Volbeat, which is a Danish, really cool music. I actually went to that concert a few weeks ago. Probably golf, because I love being outdoors. I'm a huge fan of Jordan Spieth, so that'll be a cool way to meet him. Asian food is my favorite, and sweet and sour chicken. What the hell are you guys doing? They're creeping out on me. What was I saying? Sweet and sour chicken is my favorite. Whichever is the most laziest day. Whenever I don't have to do anything, that's my favorite day. It's gonna be really weird. When I bowl, my underwear and bra have to match, and socks to the jersey. When I bowl like big tournament. My favorite jersey is my red one because it shows the map of the world. I like to travel, and it's actually my country's flag color, red, white, red. And then a black skirt, and then I match like black and red socks, and then black and red everything else. So I've been wanting to cut it short, but I was always afraid. But then last year I was like, well, its hair is gonna grow out anyway, so let's just chop it all off, and I cut it, and I'm never growing it back out again. I don't like to be compared to everybody else because I'm me. I'm my own person. I live my own life, and yeah, just kind of make it, fun, exciting life.
Good look at Diana Zavialova. For those of you who have never checked that out or had seen it, part of our PWBA video profile series we did right after last year's Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship, was where we shot those, and throughout the off season, essentially kind of unveiled them to keep, of course, everything kind of fresh, and obviously to keep the tour in everyone's mind. So DZ was, I think, the very first one we shot, and it's fun to talk with the players kind of in that light, not necessarily about a bowling, but more light-hearted things, and kind of get an understanding and help the viewers get more understanding in regards to their personalities and how they feel when they started bowling, favorite meals, those kind of things. So hopefully you enjoyed it. DZ is funny. I'm not sure if that always comes across from her personality to anyone who may be watching, but she's very funny. She said if you read last week's, or excuse me, Monday's TV preview story, she said that she doesn't smile often when she bowls, but she smiles a lot on TV. She's very relaxed on TV, which is kind of the subject of that story. Essentially, is all she has to do is get to TV, and she's like a new person. This insane focus kind of comes out of her, and she's more relaxed, having fun, etc. Well, I think she's having fun today, but I also think that she still got the eye on the prize because of the previous situations and where she's been in the lead by a lot, and match play is still yet to come. So still a long way to go for Diana. But she's on the right path, 300. If you are just joining us for Zavialova, she also has a 298 game in this block to kind of put it in perspective, to give you an idea just what Diana is doing here. All right, game 5, Leanne Holstenberg, Donald Hamidi, and Julie Ochepik, who is around that top 12 number for match play. She was in it for a few games. Local player, another local player, Brandy Remy, a non-member. Struggling a little bit this morning, but hey, I talked to her briefly on Thursday during the practice session. But they're practicing, getting some few shots in prior to it ending. But what caught me was there was someone who was talking to her, clearly knew she had bowled and had been bowling well in the area. So it's cool when some of the local players who are having success get a chance to show their skills on a national level like this. And so first of all, we thank Brandy for bowling. And hopefully this will not be the last time we see her compete on the PWBA Tour. Here's Erin McCarthy looking for an early double. Didn't like it. Brooklyn, and she'll take it. Erin made a run yesterday and put some games together. A meaty and an early double as well. Game update is available. And Zavialova continues to lead at plus 478. Verity Crawley remaining in second still at plus 406. Verity has gone almost just shy of plus 200 for 4 games. In fact, she has a higher pinfall total in the captures round than Diana Zavialova, and she has 598 for 2 games. DZ shot 158 in game 1. And basically has 820 for the last 3 games. Crawley has gone 261, 247, 250, 239. As Beatty at 918 for 4 games. She is in third at plus 378. So as we start to look forward to match play, who's leading, who's second, and the respective groups that fall start to become more important and more clear. Of course, if you're unfamiliar with the tournament format, 12 games of qualifying, rounds 1 and round 2 on Friday. 6 more games this morning, Cashers round. What a shot from Trudell. Stones a 7-pin. Wow. After 6 games, we move on to the top 12 for match play. Participants broken up into 2 groups, Groups A and B. Odds in Group A, evens in Group B. The top 2 players heading into match play are the leaders of the respective groups right now. Zavialova would lead Group A. Crawley would lead Group B. And then you get into how many pins behind is so-and-so from the leader, for example. In this case, it would be Deandra Asbaty. It would be 100 pins behind the leader, Zavialova, in Group A, and so forth and so on. Last week, at the end of the catcher's round, there was 86 pins separating the entire field of match play participants, just 86 total. It's made for a lot of opportunity to move up the standings in both groups. We'll have fresh oil for match play too. That is important. Let us continue on through the standings. Aaron McCarthy. How about Aaron? Aaron is determined this week. Very aggressive. We had Nick Pate on. Nick's her roommate in everyday life, of course, not on tour. Talked about she would be aggressive this week. And Aaron, so talented. Great ball roll, can do some things that a lot of players can't. This right here, to me, is set up for Aaron to be successful. And she showed it last night and is kind of putting some things together here. Just 42 over in a $177 game in Game 3 this morning, but not too far off the pace. Excuse me, she is plus 165. And in 15th place. The cut number right now, again, still Kelly Kulik at plus 202 in 12th. Ochepik is 11th at plus 211. It's a big game here for Julie. Sandra Luthold is 10th at plus 236. Gonagora is 9th at plus 239. Liliana Franco is 8th at plus 247. And Franco, this will be her 4th event, and it looks like she's on the way to making her 4th match play appearance. She was not a member prior to this week. Of course, as a non-member, you get up to 3 events to cash before you have to become a member. And so she cashed last week. Now she cashed again, she made match play and decided to become a member. And at this point, if she was a member to start, she would be right in the heart of the race at this point. Daria Payuk is 7th at plus 279. Jen Higgins is 6th at plus 288. Angie Ramirez Perea plus 306 in 5th. Nearly a 7-10 for McCarthy. By the way, to Diana's mom, Zavialova. Hello. She wanted me to tell you that. Shy Donald, no stranger to TV as well. Wichita Open last year. McCarthy chops the 10 out. Tomahawk. Shot there from Ochepik. Trying to make match play. Ochepik still doing her thing here. Big shot. Again, right now in the cut. She's 11th. 7-10 for McCarthy. Open in the 9th for Hamidi. Tough game here for Brittany Himmelreich. She's on 21 and 22. McCarthy. Shot. Take a look at Carolyn Doran-Ballard. Back over to Holsenberg. Pretty good shot there from Leanne. It's a big one. First shot in the 10th. Spare from Remy Kulik. For Kelly, it's a strike in the 9th. Best she can do is shoot 192. pocket 7-10 for Shy Donald. There's Nicole Trudell. And she leaves a pocket 7-10. It's been a common leave this week. Rio Jose Rodriguez, I think, left 5. Holsenberg. She will be in the 220s. Oh, bounce it. Nice finish from Leanne Holsenberg. 224. Carolyn Dorn Ballard in the 10th frame. And a 7-pin remains. Much needed shot there for Ochepic. Best she can do now is shoot 215. McCarthy left the pocket 7-10 on this lane. And now leaves a 6-10. Best Aaron can do is get to 216. Trudell. There's a shot she was looking for. Cole in 18th. 50 pins out. She had some bad breaks. And McCarthy makes the spare. Ochepic can get to 215. Trudell can get to 202. McCarthy can strike for 216. Franny Remy shot 169. Very nice shot there from Nicole. Pocket 7-10 in the 9th. And she'd be looking at 236 right now. And McCarthy. All right, happy to get off that lane. 214 for Aaron, 213 for Julie. right, brief break here. There's no position round in the cashier's round play. So we'll have Payuk, Franco, and Pluhowski, 33 and 34. 35 and 36, we'll have Maria Jose Rodriguez, Cassandra Luthold, and Karen Marcano. Nice break there early for Shannon Pluhowski. And got many of those today. All right, hope everyone is enjoying your day. We appreciate you tuning in. right, 35 and 36 competitors have made their way. An exciting morning so far. Take a look at the standings here in 1 second. Marcano waiting for some pins to be reset for Daria Payu. Late fall of the 10 pin from Juliana Franco. And this highlights of her 300 game on Facebook and Twitter. Short snippet of it on Instagram as well. Daria Payuk's 300 game on Facebook. I want to thank everyone for watching. Stephen Rogers, Carolyn Newburn, of course William Watkins, Rob McCabe. Let's take a look at the standings here in today's pattern, or this week's pattern. Seventh stop on tour, 39 feet, 25.1 milliliters of oil. Highest scoring we've seen so far on tour. After 17 games, Diana Zavialova is plus 483. She is your leader. Verity Crawley is second at plus 459. Third is Deandra Asbady at plus 420. C.T. Rockman is fourth at plus 337. Angie Ramirez Perea is fifth at plus 318. Jen Higgins is sixth at plus 286. Daria Payu plus 282. And seventh, Juliana Franco, eighth at plus 279. Sandra Gongora, ninth at plus 264. Cassandra Luthold, 10th at plus 239. Julie Ochepik, 11th at plus 224. Tanya Raumemper has jumped into the top 12. Very nice 258 in game 5. She is plus 220. She is 12th. Leanne Holsenberg, 3 pins back, and 13th. Wow, what a nice shot there from Marcano. Speaking of Marcano, she is 14th at plus 209. Josie Ernest Barnes, 137 in game 4 today. She is 15th at plus 189. Erin McCarthy in 16th at plus 179. Kelly Kulick is going 183, 172 the last 2 games and dropped to plus 174. And Liz Johnson, very outside chance of keeping that match play and really the TV streak or TV qualifying streak alive at plus 168 in 18th. Good shot from Payu. Maria Jose Rodriguez is 23rd, plus 103. Again, Karen Marcano Luthold is 10th, so she can't afford to give any pins away either. Marcano. Whoa, she got a break. She was ready to run that one out. She stopped. Saw what the ball was about to do. So, our players to look at. Josie Barnes to our left. Josie at plus 189. Moment after a double in frames 6 and 7, her max score is 228. All right, 10 pin for Marcano. Payuk is in. Jana Puchowski is tied for 29th. Got inside the number last night to get to this point. Back-to-back weeks that Shannon will miss match play. A shot there from Payuk. Cassandra Luthold continuing to bowl well here, trying to get back to match play, make her second match play appearance this season. Here's Josie Ernest. She can get to 228, needs them all. Hey, that helps. That's 3 in a row. It was her 8th frame shot. Needs them all to have any chance at making match play. All right, Barnes struck in the 9th. Actually, I shorted her 10 pins. She can shoot 238, which would be even better, of course. Luthold, spare 4-bagger. Make it 5 in a row. Right now, Luthold is 10th at plus 239. Hall of Famer. Very nice spare we just saw from Maria Jose Rodriguez. Karen Marcano in 14th at plus 209. Shot there for Marcano. Karen with a few boards. Not playing up the boards as she was doing a little bit yesterday. Verity Crawley being the 220s. A matter of if she will do enough to lead. Another shot there for Luthold, trying to submit her spot in match play. Rodriguez, another good showing here. Here's Josie Barnes. Needs them all to have a chance. Some help on the 7. You never know at this point. 238. If she can get there. Take her to plus 227. It would be close, but definitely needs the next one here. And leaves at 3-6. One, 2, 8. For Marcano. Josie shoots, shoots 226. Their score to plus 215. Spare for Marcano. See an open frame for Gongora. Let's see if Rowe was able to make any tread. She's at plus 126. Won't be enough. Although she has have a string. Let's see where she's at here. It's hard to tell from this point. It's like Rowe could shoot 259. Let's just do the math just in case. 188 wouldn't be enough, plus 188. Marcano in the 9th frame. Luthold, meanwhile, continues to strike. She's got the back 7. And a 4-pin. All right, 7-pin stands. All right, Marcano with a spare. Everyone pretty far away from where we are. So from a scorer's perspective, there won't really be many I can get. For those who are near the cut, thankfully a couple are in front of us. Marcano being one of them. Big shot here, and she gets some carry on the Brooklyn side. At worst, Marcano is in the 230s. And that would get her, at this moment, at least plus 239. Rodriguez taking her turn, getting on out the way. All right, now the worst she can do is shoot 233. The best Luthold can do, however, is shoot 290. Oh, I beg your pardon. 259 or 69. 7-pin in the 9th frame. There it is. 269 still out there. 235 for Marcano. Marcano unofficially at plus 244. Strike to put Luthold in the 260s. And nearly a 710. $259. Big game on the end there for Luthold. That brings her to plus 298 unofficially. Didn't see what Sandra Gongora shot. She was in 9th. Julie Ochepik was just inside the number. Rao Minper was the number. Leanne Holsenberg was 13th. So we will keep it locked here. We give you the match play cut, of course.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes round 3 of qualifying of the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. Ladies, please add up your score sheets, turn them into the tournament office behind lanes 5 and 6. We will then announce the top 12 who will advance to our match play round. Match play will begin at 1 p.m.
All right, so as you know, we'll keep it locked here. We'll await Tennille Milligan's announcement. Our tournament director here should take probably about 10 minutes. And we'll let you know who the top 12 will be for match play. So hang tight, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. You're watching the 2017 PWBA Greater Detroit Open live from Super Bowl TV on Extra Frame.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have our top 12 for our round robin head-to-head match play that will begin at 1 p.m. Your tournament leader at plus 503 is Diana Zavialova. Qualifying second at plus 484 is Verity Crawley. In third at plus 413, Deandra Asbeatty. In fourth at 324 over is Siti Rockman. Qualifying fifth at plus 309 is Angie Ramirez. Qualifying sixth at plus 302 is Jen Higgins. In seventh at plus 297 is Cassandra Luthold. Qualifying eighth at plus 286 is Daria Payok. In ninth at plus 282 is Juliana Franco. At plus 254 in 10th place is Tanya Ramanpur. Qualifying in 11th at plus 244 is Karen Marcano. And your 12th and final spot for your head-to-head match play at plus 243, Leanne Holsenberg. Congratulations to all our finalists. Warm-up pairs will turn on at 12:15.
All right, folks, there he is.
Plus
Plus 243 is the number to match play today. Leanne Holsenberg, plus 243. All right, so big thanks for everyone watching. 1 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, 1 p.m. Eastern time is match play. We will see you then. So on behalf of the PWBA staff, everyone here at Super Bowl, my name is Emil Williams Jr. Match play at 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then. You're watching the 2017 PWBA Greater Detroit Open live, Bowl TV on Extra Frame.